coach for Black Stars, GFA.
Sorry,
Your last
let's go and look for something better to do. That job, they've given it to Chris Hughton already, so why are we wasting our time?
Already?
Oh.
So they shouldn't apply?
They've given it to him because they want someone they can manipulate, someone who they can use to do their business, someone who they can tell, if I would team selection, okay, this one is my team player. Me, I'm at the GFA. This person plays for me. I'm his manager. Put him inside. Whether he's kicked the ball in 8 months or not, they put him inside. Look, let's not waste our time. People are doing business. You see, let's go and look for money to eat. Some people are using GFA to make money. They are using that to feed their families.
Do you have proof?
Oh, you've forgotten what happened at the World Cup. You want proof? I'll give you proof. Tell me how Baba Rahman found way into the last squad in our final game at the World Cup. What ball did he play? What ball had he played? Is Baba Rahman's agent not our GFA president? Look, people should not know us in this country. We are angry and we are walking. Your boy, you need powder. And I had to say, and
that was Sam George there, declaring emphatically that Chris Hughton has been given the head coach role for the Ghana Black Stars already. We'll be talking about that and discussing whether it is true or whether there is an iota of truth in that in any sense. But today we're going to talk about some interesting talk here concerning Eddie Nketiah. Yesterday he was at the brace for his club side Arsenal as they beat Manchester United in English Premier League to go 8 points clear at the top and potentially win their very first title in 2 decades. Arsenal are of course for a title once again after that invisible season of 2004. But the question remains, Eddie Nketiah, will he or should he switch nationality to Ghana? We'll look at the situation, we'll analyze his options, we'll look at the reality on the ground and see if it is something Eddie Nketiah would do here as he has gained form. As usual, subscribe if you have not, click on the notification bell to get more updates. So MP of Ningo Pram Sam George has stated that suggested from his statement at the opening there that Chris Hughton has been given the head coach role of the Ghana Black Stars, and probably Hughton would be given the post because he could be easily manipulated by the FA. And it looks like from what he said, the interference talks might not end anytime soon. Interference in selection and all that might not end anytime soon. It looks like Hughton is going to continue the status quo where the FA quote unquote imposes players on the coach and all that. And he was angry at that and thought that the FA would be doing that specifically because they can manipulate Hughton. If that is the case, well, it's just a churning out of the same old stuff and the same old kind of people. Nothing probably will change, but I am hoping that he is wrong and hoping that Hughton, who is the firm favorite for the Black Stars job, will do a much better job than his predecessors. Select players who are deserving of call-ups, select the right system that can be clear to all to see for us to enjoy watching the Ghana Black Stars again. Bring back the love campaign has gone a bit down. The Galaxies are also in Algeria trying to revive themselves. We'll see how those things go. But Chris Hughton, firm favorite, if not already appointed as head coach according to the Member of Parliament here. My next story and next discussion has to do with Eddie Nketiah, a man in form. He's currently Arsenal's highest goal scorer for the season, and he has, considering the fact that he has been deputizing to Gabriel Jesus, Eddie Nketiah has taught us all a very vital lesson. Patience moves mountain. When the season started, many people thought that Eddie Nketiah would not get the opportunity to play for Arsenal after getting the number 14 jersey, belonging to Thierry Henry, and getting that contract extension, which promised him that he would be a main man for the Gunners. And following the signing of Gabriel Jesus, that put him on the back seat for a while. Many people thought Eddie Nketiah had done the wrong thing in extending his contract with Arsenal. Many were thinking he would leave the Gunners, but he stood in there and went and waited for his opportunity. Gabriel Jesus unfortunately suffered a setback at the World Cup. But even before then, when Eddie Nketiah gets the opportunity in the Cup games, he made it count and proved that he was someone who should probably be given more opportunities. Mikel Arteta stuck with his guns and stuck with Gabriel Jesus. Despite not scoring a lot of goals, Jesus added some kind of link up between attack and midfield that was pivotal to Arsenal's success in the first part of the season. And following that injury, Nketiah has taken his opportunities with aplomb, finding the back of the net in consecutive games for the Gunners when called upon in the starting berths for games and doing what needed to be done as a striker. Yesterday epitomized that, and he was pivotal in Arsenal's 3-2 win over Manchester United. But the question on everyone's lips after that game was, first of all, will he improve the Black Stars? First and foremost, would he still switch to play for the Ghana Black Stars? Well, considering the fact that even a World Cup starting berth could not lure him to play for the Ghana Black Stars, I honestly feel that ship has sailed. The ship of him coming to play for Ghana. He looks set to be waiting on the sidelines for the Three Lions to give him an opportunity to play for them. Nketiah has not played for the Three Lions at the senior level before. Recently, he was awarded for breaking that under-21 record, the highest goal scorer in history of the under-21s, and he was giving a rousing welcome. Many people say this means emphatically that Eddie Nketiah has been spoken to about an opportunity with the Three Lions national team. He will get his chance, and he has been told to be patient. Let's look at his competition. Harry Kane, almost always starting for England. Kane has become England's highest goal scorer, overcoming Wayne Rooney. And Kane always will start for the Three Lions. Not a great World Cup in terms of missing that pivotal penalty that could have drawn the level versus France, but Kane is always a trusted man in that position. Callum Wilson at the recent World Cup did not get his opportunity despite being named in the final squad for Qatar 2022. It almost always is Harry Kane who starts. Another competition he has to fight against is Marcus Rashford, a man in form. We found the back of the net versus Arsenal as well. 10 consecutive games finding the back of the net is going to be a tough one there. Someone will call in Phil Foden and Raheem Sterling as competitors for Eddie Nketiah, but it looks like the young man is in for the long haul. He looks set to be patient to get his opportunity and to play for the Three Lions. We look at the English-born players. One is Tariq Lamptey, who switched nationality because of the World Cup. You can tell me otherwise, but it was mainly ahead of the World Cup to play for Ghana, and it did not really go well for Ghana at the World Cup. Now he's tied down to the Ghana Black Stars. In his own, it's clear that it will take a really long while, which probably he did not have time to wait for him to get into that starting berth. Like Kieran Trippier, Kyle Walker, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Reece James, all in the pecking order ahead of him, and it had not looked like he would get the opportunity. Iñaki Williams had a World Cup to forget that nationality switch not working a treat for him. In light of all this, Eddie Nketiah and his management would be licking their lips. He looks set to return for the Three Lions in March for a chance to play in their Euros qualifier. Eddie Nketiah looks set to be named as a Three Lions senior player for the first time. He cannot be ignored this time, and I think that switching of nationality to Ghana would not materialize. That is how I see it. Let me know what you think in the comments box, considering the analysis I've made. The way he was patient, a World Cup could not lure him. His competition, the competition over the likes of Tariq Lamptey that allowed them to switch nationalities, how it did not go well to some that have switched nationalities, and how Eddie Nketiah's patience in waiting for the long goal of getting a Three Lions berth is probably going to serve him well. He's found his form, he's in great goal scoring form, and Gareth Southgate would be a brave man to not at least call him for the upcoming Euro qualifiers. Let me know your thoughts in the comments box on everything. Unfortunate that Callum Hudson-Odoi, it's not the same situation for him, not doing well this half of the season after the World Cup, and hoping he finds his feet as well. Your thoughts in the comments box. Enjoy the rest of the week.